Like a star across the sky. Oh, like a star across the sky. This is Romy and Virgo, and you're watching Vision Newspaper. Caribbean Countdown. Keep it locked. Don't change the dial. Easy.
Welcome to the Vision Newspaper Top 10 Countdown. We are in the location of Brixton, and I'll be talking to an artist go by the name of Stuart Wilson. And I'm going to talk to him right about now to find out about his music career, his journey in the music, and what's been happening with his career in the music business. Stuart, welcome to the Vision Newspaper Top 10 Countdown.
It's a pleasure to be here today with you guys, and I want to say big up to all the fans around the world. Yeah man, blessed love.
Tell me right about now about how did you start, especially to our Grand Canyon born, who, you know, some people wonder if reggae music really in a Grand Cayman. Tell me about how you end up with reggae music in Grand Cayman.
Yes, well, a lot of folks may know that Grand Cayman is really just 180 nautical miles away from Jamaica. So it's really 40 minutes by plane. And my father is a Jamaican as well. And so I spent a lot of time when I was growing up in between both countries. And in fact, right now, I live in Jamaica. I have a place there. I spent the last 3 years there really developing my sound, working with some of the greatest producers in the business, Mr. Clive Hunt, Mr. Dean Fraser, and some of the real stalwarts, Sly Dunbar, and many others, Rory Baker. And so I've just been really taking the time to hone my sound and really celebrating my Jamaican culture.
You know, in the business today, reggae music, it's a journey. When you are in reggae music, it's a hard fight. Tell me about some of your fight where you have been faced in the reggae business.
Yes, wow, that's a very interesting question, because like many other industries, it can tend to be kind of cliquey, you know what I mean? There's lots of cliques, and if you're not really on the inside, then you find yourself sometimes on the outside. And it can be very hard to get in, especially coming from a place like Grand Cayman, where there's really no music industry, and not very many people are known as musicians from that island. And so it's made it doubly as hard for me to break through, but I wouldn't change that, because I wouldn't have it any other way, because what that has done for me is it has made me have to develop not only as a musician but also as an executive, and I've had to develop my business acumen along with my musical ability. So I now own my own label, I own all my own publishing, I own all my copyright, I travel to promote my music all over the world. I've played Sunfest, I've toured Thailand, where I did 72 shows in 3 months in Thailand. I played the Pan Am Games in Canada, and I've accomplished most of this on my own with the help of God Almighty.
Now, one of the questions I really want to ask you. I asked you earlier on about the certain question, but this is interesting because of reggae is such, as I say earlier on, a struggle, and the struggle of reggae, and where do you see yourself in the business the next 5 years?
Well, I see myself at the top of my game in 5 years, because I'm always working. I never really put down my instrument. I play my guitar around the clock. I'm always trying to become a better singer, a better guitarist, a better musician, a better person. So really, all going well and God sparing life, I see myself at the top of my game, touring the world, recording classic music for people to enjoy for decades to come, and just really etching out a space for myself in the industry. Like you say, it's a struggle, yes, but I'm up for it, and I really believe that I'm making good music, and I know that the music that I'm making will find its audience, and so it's just about progressing. I've had a reasonable amount of success so far, and I'm just going to build on that and continue to build on that and keep knocking on the door until I kick it down. The
only thing about it, what I must talk to you about, it is interested for Grand Cayman as a place with less reggae, not a heavy base of reggae.
Right.
So, interestedly, what was your first song in the business? What was your first
Right.
music?
Well,
What you put out?
before I got fully into the music business, I was a journalist working on television as a news reporter and writing news for newspapers. And I decided to leave that job in 2013 to go live in Jamaica, where my father is from. And I started working with a gentleman named Clive Hunt, who is a legendary producer out there, which very well known around the world. And he's worked with the Rolling Stones. He worked with Jack Ure. He's been nominated for a Grammy on Jack Ure's last album. And so I started working with him, and the first song we did is a song called Real Comeback Story. And that's a song now that I've just decided to release here in London. And we're getting lots of really good airplay, lots of good response from it. And since 2013, I've really been hardcore on the circuit, hardcore traveling. Like I said, we toured Thailand, where we did 72 shows. I did the Pan Am Games 2015, and I did Sunfest and Reggae Sunfest in 2014. So ever since leaving my job in 2013, it's really been a full-on experience. Things have been going extremely well. I couldn't ask for more. God has really been good to me.
You know, it's very interesting when you mention Thailand. How did you get to really get yourself in Thailand? How did you get on the Thailand tour?
Well, it's a very interesting thing because, you know, in life, I find that if you knock, doors will open. And I was playing Sunfest in Jamaica at the time, a reggae Sunfest, and my father was traveling through Orlando in Miami with my nieces and the rest of my family, and he bumped into a gentleman there in the bar, and they got to talking, and this gentleman happened to be from Thailand, and this gentleman owns like 100 clubs in Thailand, about 50 gyms, and they just got to talking, and the guy was telling my dad that he's looking for a reggae band to come to play in some of his clubs in Thailand. And my father said to him, that's very fortuitous and very sort of interesting, and my son is a reggae artist, and he put the guy in touch with me, and 3 weeks after Sunfest I found myself in Thailand with my entire band. We all, each of us had our own rooms, we were chauffeur driven everywhere, treated like kings, and we played 72 shows over 3 months, and it was just a dream come true. It's like being on a magic carpet ride, you know.
And where can some of the place where they can find Stuart Wilson?
Yeah, well, my music is available on Spotify, iTunes, Shazam, YouTube, my website, www.stuartwilsonmusic.com, and it's spelled Stuart, stuartwilsonmusic.com. So anywhere online you can find my music, you know.
And Stuart, listen, one of the things I want to say to you as well, I want you to definitely tell the world this as well. You are on Vision Newspaper Top 10 Countdown and Fever TV. So this is what I want you to do, is give us a little bit of one of your song.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Everybody's talking of a new generation, new sensation, and everybody's treading on their own vibration, own inclination. I feel for you, my love. I feel for you, my love. Yeah.
And that is the man himself, Stuart Wilson.